Here's everything you need to know about the 12 Grapes New Year's Eve tradition because my video from a year ago with 9.1 million views is popping off again. So I'm going to answer all the commonly asked questions from the comments because those questions are being asked again. I'll add the video in my caption for reference. It's also pinned at the top of my videos on my profile page so you can find it there. I think most people have heard of the 12 Grapes tradition, so I'm just going to get into the questions and comments that were the most popular. And this one is definitely the most popular one that was asked about in my comments. And it is about eating the 12 grapes while sitting under a table to ring in the new year. Now, I will admit, sitting under the table is new to me. I hadn't heard that before until it got really popular and was trending on TikTok last year, December 2022, leading into the new year. And I know that it's supposed to be meant for romance or love. It's supposed to bring you romance and love in the new year. But again, I hadn't heard of it. This is a new variation of the trend that I'm not familiar with, but it seems a lot of people are. So that's something you can do if that's what you're looking for in the new year. But no, you don't have to sit under the table. And maybe that's why I've never heard of it because I've been happily married for 25 years. Some people say you should make a wish while eating each grape. And if you don't finish the grapes in time, then those wishes won't come true. Generally, most people do this for luck in the new year. And some people do think that each grape represents the 12 months of the year. So again, if you don't finish them in time, then you're not getting the luck for those 12 months of the year. Speaking of time and how long you have to finish the grapes, there is a lot of confusion about it. And I really think it just depends on how you learned it because everybody has different variations of it. I know some people have said that it's the countdown to midnight, like the last 12 seconds to midnight. I personally learned it as soon as the clock strikes 12. When you have like one of those old like grandfather clocks that has a bell and it chimes the 12 like chimes of midnight, then you have to finish the grapes by the 12th chime. So it's again different. Generally, most people would say as long as you finish it by 12:01. I wanted to show these two comments because both of them say that in Spain it is done this way. There was a lot of that in the comment section of that viral video of mine of people saying, no, it absolutely is only done this way. There are no variations, but it just goes to show this first person saying that in Spain, it's done at the countdown to midnight. You don't start to eat them at midnight. And then this other comment here that says where I'm from in Spain, you start at midnight and you finish them before the 12th gong of the 12 chimes. And so again, just goes to show there are variations to it depending on your family, how you were brought up. Maybe you learned it later in life and someone taught you, their way that they know. So it's just going to be there. Yeah, there's going to be variations and that's okay. I think that as long as you, do what works for you. And with that in mind, here's another variation to consider. This was another debate in the comments. Are they supposed to be green grapes or red grapes? And honestly, I've been to different gatherings and had them both ways, either green or red grapes. It's going to depend, honestly. Like some people can't get red grapes, some people can't get green grapes, some people can't even get grapes at all, and they do something different. Let me show you. In Portugal, they eat raisins, which actually sounds a lot easier to do that quickly because if you get big grapes, good luck trying to get all of those down quickly. And also, I saw in some other comments that in Italy, they actually eat 12 lentils, and that is known to bring wealth in the new year. So, again, just variations of the tradition depending on the region, depending on the culture, and what they're able to get as well. Two more things, and I didn't get a screenshot of a comment for this one, but no, wine doesn't count. You have to actually eat and chew. It's the challenge of finishing the grapes in time. And one more thing, last piece of information that will hopefully be helpful, do not wait until the last minute to try and find grapes. Depending on where you live, you may not be able to find grapes, but I think this tradition/trend went so viral on TikTok last year. I saw comments from people in other countries saying that their grapes sold out too. And my best tip that I briefly mentioned before, but try and find as small of grapes as you can because you won't be able to finish those big ones in time. I hope this was all helpful. Let me know if you have any more questions, leave them in the comments, and Happy New Year's to everyone.